Good afternoon, all my friends. It's BigFatJerk again, and today I'm here with everything you need to know about the Phase 2 launch tomorrow, Tuesday, 17 January. We will discuss the changes to the emblems, a helpful macro to stop you from endlessly clicking each emblem one by one, which dungeons drop which emblems, new loot tables being implemented in heroics, 10 and 25 man Naxxramas, Obsidian Sanctum, and Eye of Eternity, what Titan Rune dungeons are, or commonly referred to as Heroic Plus dungeons, and the construction of the Argent tournament. As always, if you enjoy my content and want more, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. First things first, let's talk about the changes to the emblem drops. Emblems of Heroism will no longer drop from heroics or be attainable from the normal dungeon dailies. They can only be obtained from either the quests in Icecrown and Stormpeaks, or by trading Emblems of Valor to the coin exchanger located in the sewers of Dalaran. Emblems of Valor will continue to drop in Phase 1 raids, and will now drop in Heroics as well. Emblems of Conquest will be released on 17 January. Additionally, there will be a new daily, called the Daily Heroic Dungeon on Titan Rune difficulty, and the last boss of the Daily Titan Rune Dungeon will drop a satchel containing 3 Emblems of Conquest. However, only one person in the group can win this satchel. So if you are pugging the Daily Titan Rune Dungeon, I recommend everyone need on the satchel, or you may be the victim of a ninja looter. We've seen it happen all too often in Phase 1 with Frozen Orbs. Finally, both 10 and 25 man Ulduar will also drop Emblems of Conquest. Also, the Daily Titan Rune Dungeon Daily Quest will also reward everyone 2 Emblems of Conquest. Now let's talk about an easy way to convert emblems rather than click each one individually. Blizzard has developed an easy to use macro, and I'm going to break it down for you today. So here is the macro. Hashtag show emblem of heroism and slash script buy merchant item in parentheses X, comma Y. X is the type of emblem you want to buy, and there are only 2 choices. 1 for heroism and 2 for valor. Y is the quantity, for example 5, 10, 20, etc. Here is an example I gave to make sure there is no confusion. In this example, we type 1 for X, indicating that we want to turn our valor emblems in for heroism. And for Y, we type 40. So this macro will automatically convert 40 emblems of valor into emblems of heroism. Next, let's talk about the new Titan Ring dungeon, aka Heroic Plus. There will be an orb at the beginning of each heroic that you can click to activate which buffs mobs within that dungeon with a specific rune. Now each heroic is already preset to specific runes and will never change. Utgard Keep and Utgard Pinnacle have the Empowered Frost rune, increasing the damage of the mobs by 30%, their health by 100%, and melee attacks by the mobs have a chance to glaciate a random target nearby, which causes them to leave an icy trail as they move to damage and snare their allies. This can stack up to 5 times. It is dispellable, but as you move, the debuff drops quickly. Also, don't stand still or you will take massive damage and die. Azrael Narub and the Old Kingdom will have the Empowered Shadow rune, once again increasing the damage of the mobs by 30%, their health by 100%, and their attacks have a chance to web wrap their victim. Remember to break the tank and healer out right away. Or macro targeting web wraps would not be a bad idea for these dungeons. Also, pets, mirror images, and ghouls can all eat these web wraps as well. Drakdaran Keep and Gundrak have the Empowered Blood rune, increasing the damage of the mobs by 30%, their health by 100%, and drop a red circle on the ground called Blood of the Loa that increases their lifesteal by 100%. Simply move these mobs out of the circle. This is all depending on the tank, so make sure the tank is aware of this. Halls of Stone and Lightning have the Empowered Titan rune, increasing mob damage by only 5%, but health by 190%, and have a passive ability called Pulsing Serenite Corrupted Titan Energy that gives party members a debuff that increases their damage by 1%, but also increases their damage taken by 2% per stack of this debuff for 12 seconds. Things like Ice Block does remove this debuff, Just make sure that you keep an eye on your stacks, and if your stacks are too high, just pause a little bit and let them fall off. The Nexus, Oculus, and Violent Hold will have the Empowered Arcane Rune, increasing damage by 30%, health by 100%, and the mobs now have a chance to cast mirror images of themselves. This also applies to bosses. The mirror images itself die in one hit, just not with AoE. So you actually have to target them, or whirlwind, or cleave, something like that. These mirrors, however, will still do the same damage. So in AoE packs of 4 mobs, it can quickly turn to 8 or 12 mobs, or 2 of the same bosses that can greatly increase the damage output to the party. So make sure to kill these images right away. Culling of the Stratome has the Empowered Plague Rune, increasing damage by 30%, health by 100%, and attacks from mobs can infect players with a zombie plague, which turns you into a zombie after 60 seconds. Priest powered shields are great here and can prevent applications. This is a disease, so priests, paladins, shamans can cleanse disease, and cleansing totems are great here. If you don't have any of these, there will be 20 Stratholme Holy Water right near the rune at the beginning of the dungeon. Just spread them out between the party. If you do get turned into a zombie, just go into a corner, cast your zombie explode ability and die, and let your healer res you. Overall, these dungeons aren't too tough. I don't think you'll be able to carry players that, fresh 80s with item level 2000 who are still in Quest and Greens. And additionally, I think these dungeons, will likely take twice as long as normal heroics because all the mobs in here have both 100 to 190% increased health. So as long as you execute the mechanics, you shouldn't have too much of a hard time with these Titan Rune dungeons. Each Titan Rune boss will drop item level 200 gear from Naxxramas, Obsidian Sanctum, and Eye of Eternity, with the last boss of each dungeon dropping item level 213 from these raids. This will be the only way now to obtain some of that sought after gear in 10 mans, such as Surge Needle Ring, Great Ring of Collusion, as 10 man OS and EOE will now drop 25 man loot. Finally, the Argent Tournament will now be under construction, and you will have access to the Black Knight quest line, new dailies, and access to the Crusader title. The Argent Tournament will be located in the northeast portion of Icecrown. Just head over there, and there will be a lot of walkthroughs and guides to get you started towards these quest lines and dailies. Thanks for staying till the end of this video, everyone. Hope this video provided you all with some good information of things to come when Phase 2 launches. Feel free to like and subscribe. I wish you all the best of luck in Ulduar. I will definitely be posting a lot more guides next week as I progress through 10 and 25 man Ulduar myself. Until then, take care and be safe, everybody.